everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Bills going up against the Dolphins.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out, one of the few left-handed QBs in the NFL in his 6th year now from Boise State, Kellen Moore.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for Crowell in last week's game. 13 carries, 53 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll go option to the short side. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
A gain of 6 there on first. Moore looking to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
The play clock's running down. Another run, this time Forte. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now Moore on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 2nd and goal to go now. They'll give Crowell another crack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
This will be caught at about the 5. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. They'll toss it to Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The rookie Charles Harris pushing in to make the play.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
It's easy to go back to the time when Ndamukong Suh entered the NFL, and he was an absolute force right from the beginning. But it's been fun to watch his career progress, and I'm starting to see a little more finesse in his game, although I'm not sure he'd like me to describe it that way. But you see the agility, you see the movement, and, of course, he can bull rush when he needs to get to the quarterback.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They go play action here on first down. Spins by. And some room to roam now. The 20. Skirts by at the 15. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Coleman now. The numbers for Coleman last week. 25 carries, 81 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed her back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. When they lose 3 on that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cam Newton taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it again with Crowell. Shreds the tackle. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. From the gun on third down. Moore. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Airing this one out for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's a reason that we talk about Larry Fitzgerald and how smart he is as a route runner, isn't there?
Yeah, and in particular, what makes him dangerous on the post.
His ability to widen a defender from the center of the field, by making him think that he's going to run a route that's going to go to the outer part of the field. He moves him out of the way and then makes that one cut, right? Puts that foot in the ground, gets inside, and then it's hard to go through him to try and get to the football.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Smith. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. On third down, that's Coleman, and he'll be knocked down sideways. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They begin with a run by Crowell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Moore. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Green 39.
Here's Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And our focus now moves on to Larry Fitzgerald. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
Now Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, they go option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Spinning away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off play action. Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Play action. It's Newton. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And he's got some space here. And he is knocked down from the side. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. This is Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. On 1st down, it's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. To the air again, Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here we go. 319. 319.
To throw is Moore. To throw on second down. Going underneath for Crowell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Moore now. Throwing on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right near the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And
And Crowell lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run with Crowell. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A dump off to Forte. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. 2nd and just 1. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, Forte. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Aldon Smith in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They fake the give. Newton. And that is incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near the 39. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything. I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Newton. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Here's Coleman. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back now in Miami, it's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Off the play fake, Newton. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Moore throwing again. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now Moore on 1st and 10. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All right, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Moore. Smith catches left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moore sets up the screen to Forte. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
All right, here we go. 3:19.
The play clock's running down. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pick.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Moore on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
To throw is Moore. Looking to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Hansen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
More now to throw on second down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Levante David. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Offense.
They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. Here's Jones. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 15-yard line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So they put together a good little drive there, but it stalls out in the red zone.
And that's all right. You were able to hold on to the ball for a bit, give your defense a breather, and come away with points.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Still 9 yards to go on third down. Now Newton. They find some open field here. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff looking right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. On 3rd down, it's Coleman looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Buffalo, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.